The prison population nationally has grown about 6 times since 1970, so that we have about 2 million people incarcerated in this country today. Now, if you put all those people together, they would be larger than the population of our 3 smallest states combined. If they were a state themselves, they'd have 5 votes in the electoral college. So where these people are counted has tremendous effects on our democracy.
As we all know, New York State has many, many prisons that it built in the 80s and the 90s in the upstate part of New York State. Unfortunately, in the 1990 and the 2000 census, the state of New York counted people who were living in prisons upstate as residing in those counties. The truth of it is, their legal residence, according to the New York State Constitution, is the home from which they came before they were in prison. What happens then is that these state counties then have inflated numbers when it comes to requesting federal assistance.
These patterns are replicated nationally. In 173 counties in the United States, half of the supposed African-American population is actually incarcerated residents of other counties.
This is an issue that affects communities of color and low-income communities of color in New York City disproportionately and significantly, but it also affects communities of color and urban, poorer communities, white, black, or Latino, in upstate cities all across the state of New York.
We want the numbers to be real. Let's count people who are in prison in their home counties. What's the point of counting them upstate? Well, the answer is to inflate those numbers and give upstate voters an uneven a majority against downstate voters. And
counting people in the county in which they're incarcerated is a bread and butter issue. It's not about Republican, Democrat, upstate, downstate. It's about dollars and cents for them.
The state population of New York is about 30% African American and Latino. But the prison population is 77% African American and Latino. So when we're talking about the dilution of our voting power, we're really talking about the dilution of the voting power of communities of color.
You should care if you live in Central Brooklyn. Matter of fact, you should care if you live in New York City, in Buffalo, in Rochester, in Long Island, in Westchester County, Lower Westchester. You should all care, because the fact that those people who are imprisoned upstate are not counted in your home area means that you will have less representative voices for your area and for your neighbors and your family and for a 10-year period.